a little bit of comedy, something to think about, the kind of society that we live in, um, suggests that we don't talk politics or religion with each other. No, no, that's something that you keep to yourselves and talk about creating a pressure cooker that every once in a while you'll see it, but I think we're going to see it a lot more. Babes, you're not talking about the two things, possibly three. You want to talk about why is alcohol legalized or why is anything legalized and why is some things banned. But let's generalize religion and politics. It's just none of anybody's business. When really those two things influencing and interfering with the human evolution, um, you don't just not talk about it. You got to put it on the table and say, "Excuse me." And how do you think that you know any of this, and what makes it real right now compared to what? Why can't you see that we live in a huge imprisonment system where it's supposed to be reversed? You do not fence off each other. You fence off whatever has created these roads, and you leave gates coming to each other, and you support each other, and you realize there's a power that is more powerful than you out there. And I didn't just say it's your superior. Nah. As far as what they have us tooling about with and doing and thinking that it's progress, that's just one possibility, and we already have evidence of other possibilities, and so we're trying to think out of that box. I mean, we have to. Jesus says it would be a good idea to. It's really nobody's business but that individual's, to tell you the truth. I'll put a video up right here. And the point of this video, well, I have other videos coming up. They're being recorded during. We're having a lot of Mars in the air because Venus is now Mars ruled. Mercury has been retrograde Mars ruled, let alone the Sun, but it's gone into Taurus now, which has just squared the Moon in Scorpio, which was Mars ruled, but now it's Pluto ruled, but then it's square to Pluto, which is like, it's like, I wish I can have Mars right now for lunch. Well, they're both the same. Technically, if you're a good astrologer, you say both Mars and Pluto rules Scorpio. And anyway, so we have this huge thing going on. There's a lot of healing that is coming out of what Mars is capable of. It's akin to how that a drill sergeant, is shaping people up. It rules the general, it rules militant leaders and soldiers. Mars, it's mankind, it's the fire. They are, see, um, Mars is fire ruled. There's a way to say it so you can understand exactly what's happening here, and I'm going to say it. I try to say it, but I keep messing it up. See, fire rules man. Man rules fire, is what I meant to say. Mars is fire ruled. Mars rules fire, Aries. Women, Venus rules Earth, Taurus. Hear what I'm saying? I'll say it again. Fire rules man, or man rules fire. Sorry, that's the way you say it. Man rules fire, woman rules Earth. Now, if you want to learn what makes astrology work, you have to put your imagination to work. Do you know what the capacity of fire is, how we use it, what we're doing? Do you ever think about it's a highly creative thing? And it's very illusory, right? It never stays still. And you can see right through it. And is it there? Only unless there's a certain element, but it's definitely here, and as to stay as a transformer. It's used to make beautiful pottery, right? The glass piping and everything else. See, you need to start using your imagination, and then go to Earth. What do you know of Earth? How's the nature there? And then how do they both kind of work together? Do you think they work together at all? Earth and fire, do you think that they both are there when you look at the planet? Is it happening? Yes. The center of it is molten lava. It can cause a fire. I mean, anyway, I know that I sound really I'm tested, and I think that the tested get testy. I don't live oblivious, and I do not hit. The life that people are striving for, and they think, and even the rehabilitation that people think we need, because what happened? What happened really? Did you just have a healthy reaction to the profoundly sickened fucking society, and then now they want to rehabilitate you? Thank God for somebody like me. In general, the line of the genes that I come from, the Wyatt family, they're known. See, my dad took, I mean, on top of a lot of other accomplishment, he took 9 years of psychology in intention to become a really good psychotherapist. He was already doing counseling. He already was doing hypnotherapy. But he wanted this thing, and of course, but what happened? This was in the late mid '70s, around about the time before I was born, I think, and he got discouraged because he noticed the statistics book thickening. The way that they would say that this is an illness, that's an illness, and this is a mental illness, and that's an illness, and he's like, no, there's only one illness, and that is the mind, and we're learning how to. Aren't we learning how to cure it? We're not thickening up the goddamn fact that there's an illusion to conquer, and we're just gonna let's look at all of these illusions, and this is your diagnosis, because we're we're just not really fixing you. We're giving you your identity more solid, and you can carry that card, and that's America, full of it. None of these people. The reason why is because most likely, and it's leaning towards all the time. Never, no, not really. None of these people really want help. By the time they're there, it's probably an emergency. Something terrible has happened, and they're now being diagnosed, which is just too late. See, the truth is that people that go to therapy just to go to therapy, they're healthy people. They don't need it. You can do your own therapy by just communicating openly with yourself. Do it in front of a camera and look at yourself. That's therapy. You just want somebody to talk to, and mostly you want somebody to hear you and give you just a clear, not a single speck of a reflection. But really no better, if it's a good therapist or a guru, they're going to tell you not what you need to hear, but not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. We've all heard that. And some people, I'm here to tell you, are naturals at it. There could be one in each neighborhood. That's the truth. And they're not being recognized. They are a different kind of person. They could be better people, but they're not being recognized. They may have tried to help people. If they are an enlightened person, indeed, if they are achieved in having achieved the essence of the higher octave of love, they are influential whether they say anything or not. Just a little bit of contact, and it doesn't matter what it is. They could throw a bomb at you and then walk away and be like, they will change your life for the better. They will wake you up into looking at yourself, and you go, oh, but I can't blame them. It's something I really, in the first place, and me and my communication, it's true. And that's the way that the enlightened person naturally, they're a contagion, and they're highly dangerous. And this is what really happened behind the 2020 March announcement, where they wanted everybody to separate out. See, this is a problem anyway that they face, that it's inevitable that people will start waking up just through making contact with a master. See, and I know that this is not anything I'm telling randomly, but I'm picking it up, and you will be able to read it, and I love coming across it when I hear it confirmed. But we're heading into a time where the master, the Christ consciousness, the thing that you think is impossible, like I said, there's one in every neighborhood. Best yet, if you have a big family, there's one in each family. Those are your black sheep, and they just don't know. It's most of civilization out there that just sits. I can't do this. Are you kidding? And they might have been rendered homeless. See, not all of them are totally gone schizophrenic, talking to their mothers still, and swinging at fucking their imaginary friend. No, if you go out and witness a homeless camp or something, you'll find nothing but golden hearts there, and it's a day to day. They're not robbing from each other. Yes, there's problems going on with drugs and stuff, but for the most part, you will see people taking care of each other on a day to day. The thing that they don't know is that they are the most honest. Our only hope as protesters that have really just said, you know what? You have yet to come join us here. That's all. Because we look around and see birds and things are well taken care of, and we're trying to get there. We're almost there. We are far more advanced than you. Maybe just one in one tent has converted it. Do you know the story of Joseph? Is the same kind of story. Wherever you put that person, you can throw them in a fucking alligator pit, and that person now has the alligators dancing and creating a ladder for them to get out. Threw them in prison, and now everybody in prison started harmonizing and getting really, really at a high vibration. The guards are going, "What the fuck?" Ended up being the king of Egypt, or something like that, because they just said, "You know what? Wherever I go, we're going to make it work. I'm going to be who I am, and I'm going to be able to influence this shit into a resonation that says, we did it! And we are not going to kill our leader. We acknowledge there's the inspiration right there. We love that person. We make a shrine over that person. We open ashram around that person. Ashram is just an energetic phenomenon of just resonation. Enough has been radiating, and it keeps going on, and it's just unquestionable. You're like, and something else will push it, right? It's like, uh-oh, there's a war happening here, and I really want to go to peace. And then they go to ashram. And that's what's happening. We have a mix-up if we don't know that that's happening. And there is a mix-up. Look at it. It's called the world out there. And then what do you have popping up every once in a while and kind of trying to remain here in effort? See, something is like, I want to start an organization too. And it's weird because it's going all women, but I don't mean to be biased like that. I just think that it has to be reset and say, well, really, this is the part that I work for. And if you men can work for you and make it better here and find a way to eliminate the monetary system and find a way to keep your technologies working for you. Can you? What is your technology? See, I say it's fire. You're still stuck at just how do you build fires? Can you build your own fire? Comment section down below.